Your criterions to choose a long-term partner when you have such a purpose. I don't have a criterion for. I wouldn't call it a criterion to choose a long-term partner, but I have certain stuff that's a no-no for me. Like, and a lot of people that come on here and ask these type of questions is because they see how I'm consuming, and like when it comes to this, no, I don't just I don't say everybody should eat like me or consume like me. But for me to share that part of myself, the most intimate part of myself with anybody, you'd have to be consuming like this. I wouldn't partner up with anybody that consume dead flesh, because you are what you eat. The same way if you eat eggs and you fart, it smell like farts. The same way, you eat a certain way, you get musty and sweat come out your pores and you smell like a certain way. It's the same way if I connect with you and I go down on you and you eat you, when I eat you and whatever you release, that's what I'm eating. I'm eating what you're consuming. So I always say, if I'm plant-based, you have to be plant-based also. And if you're not plant-based and I'm consuming you, I'm consuming your sweat, I'm consuming, your sexual juices, then I'm consuming everything that you eat. That's just like the family says. If you eat hot Cheetos and I go down there and I eat you, then I come back up with the hot eyes talking about, why is it spicy? Because I just ate you. And also, like, it's another thing called vibrations. Like, these things have hertz. Just like, the meat that you eat also have hertz. It holds a certain vibration, and two different frequencies cannot exist at the same space for a long time. So if I'm eating, this electromagnetic food, and now you're eating dead flesh, I'm vibrating up here and now you're vibrating down here. At some time and some point, there's gonna be some type of friction up in that space. So I understand, that aspect of things. And also, me connecting with you like sexually and sharing the most intimate part of myself with you. Like, and I know the energy that you hold in, like, and it's also a lot that come into this, from your childhood trauma to your, teenagehood trauma, to your grown adult trauma, to relationship issues you have, to family issues you have. There's a lot of people on the tap in, or there's a lot of people in the world that haven't dealt or healed from all those things, which is why I always tell the family about when I went celibate for those 3 years from 2017 to 2020. Like, I literally stopped watching TV. I literally, like, stopped working. I took 3 years to tap in and, like, to cater to myself, to find out, like, why am I attracting certain people? Like, why haven't forgive or let go of certain that, like, why do I react this way? Why do I move this way? It's a lot of people that have a lot of traumatic things that they have to deal with internally that they haven't dealt with. And when you connect with somebody sexually, like, you literally are an energetic being and they are an energetic being, and you exchange energy with that person. Especially, if you're using the most intimate position, which is missionary, you're looking at someone, dead in the eyes to their soul, and you breathe in the same breath, and you're interconnected with that person. That's why when people break up, they have something called a soul tie, that you got to cut cords in different parts of that person. You literally become one with that person. And that's why I always say, when you lay down with somebody, you don't just lay down with them just to bust a nut. That's what I also call real marriage. When you lay down with somebody and you connect with that person and you become one, that's marriage. I don't believe in a third dimensional marriage. You jump the broom and then you go in front of somebody. You don't even know how they operating spiritually or how they feel internally. And now you allow that person to be the one that bless your marriage. Like, who are you? Soon as I lay down with you, soon as I tap in with you and I say, like, me and you are gonna get together and we create this sacred act of me and you coming together and become one, that's marriage. So those are some of the standards that I have to when it comes to relationship and me tapping in and connecting with anybody. That's why I always tell the family when they come on the tap in and start asking me if I'm single, I always say I'm single and I'm celibate. I'm not celibate like I make a decision I'm gonna be celibate. It's just that when I'm single, I'm not just out here sliding in DM or just out here looking at somebody that got a fat ass that say hi to me and now I'm using my energy to converse. Nah, I don't get down like that, because I know who I am and the energy that I possess, and I know who I am allowing to step in into my space and connect with me in that aspect of myself. Like if I'm gonna share the most intimate part of myself with someone, it's gonna have to be someone, you know, that value themselves the way that I value my energy. So that's really where I'm at with it when it comes, you know, to being intimate and with the goddess that I'm gonna tap in and share my love with. Because, you know, the love that I have for me, it always wins. I've never lost since I tapped into that love. And like I said, love always wins. It's the law. L-A-W. And remember, peace is a weapon. Kill them with peace. And if you're going to be loyal to anything, be loyal to your peace. And I also have a song coming up on A Tribe Called Us Volume 2 that is called Nobody. Can't let anybody touch my body because I'm not just anybody. But yeah, it is what it is. And also a lot of people, when they hear you talk like that, you know, when they not ready for that type of energy, they be like, yeah, who you think he is? I think I'm him. I'm 3 years celibate, Paul, and will not tie myself to just anybody either. Hey, peace and much love to you, family. Literally, I would say what? I would say a couple months. Not a couple months. A couple weeks will make it a year. It's probably a year already. But I know ever since I moved back to New Jersey, and this couple weeks gonna make it a year. But I think next week gonna make it a year since I moved back to New Jersey. I haven't been intimate or talk or anything like that with anybody. And it's been like that before I moved from Cincinnati. Like, and it's, you know, it's not something that I'm firm on, like, oh, I'm celibate. Nah, it's just that I'm single, and that's how I'm rocking.